How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to West Koi. I know it's been a while and I haven't put a video out for about 3 months now, but I have been busy. I haven't been to any of the shows. I wanted to get my head down and crack on with this garden to get it done. I'm 99% of the way there now. I'll flick you around in a minute and I'll show you what we've been up to. So this is where we're up to now. I'll put a photo of how it looked last time that you saw it. But up there, I had to raise the manholes. I took up the path that was right by the side of the house because the cowboys from the council who put the extension in was covering the damp course with a path that they put down, so I took that out, lowered it and put some of the porcelain slabs in. That's what I went for in the end, the porcelain. Don't look too bad. Just got to wait for some decent weather so I can grow it. If you remember, the retaining wall was built with blocks. I got these split face tiles. I put them around the step as well. All this was filled and it's just been topped off with bark. The grass ain't none gone in. As you can probably still see that join there. I think there's a join over there that you can see. This had its first cut on Friday. I'll put a little picture on of how it looked before the cut. It looked really luscious and green. Now it's had a cut. You can see underneath where it was a little bit dry, even though I had been watering it regular. But hopefully that comes through really nice. The split face I carried on right up to the corner. I got all this big area slabbed as well. The missus wanted a planter in there to break the grass up, which I did. And that's the main patio area now. On the tiling on the pond and the filter house I'm going to leave till the spring now. I ain't no rush to get that done. But I wanted to get this done just because I was fed up with the mess in and out the house. The ramp, that'll be done in the spring as well. It ain't the best, it was what the council put in. But it's keeping the garden tidy, there ain't mud everywhere, so that can stay as it is. The roof, I'll put a little picture of how that looked last time you saw it as well. But the roof's complete. As you can see, the rubber roof's on there with the trim on both sides and the front. Sorry about the camera, guys. And I've got the proper gutter trim on the back, which then goes into the gutter. The gutter still ain't been plumbed in properly. As you saw on my last video, I've got the gutter across the back and this one, just to catch a rain. Again, I ain't no rush to get that done. It's keeping the filter house dry. But I will get it done. When I do the cladding on the front, I'll get that finished so it all looks tidy. I wanted to keep that area separate. In hindsight, I could have probably just laid the heater on top of the slabs, but I got it in my head to keep it separate, so that's just been finished off with some gravel. The heater, I missed a beat. I have got it set at 20, it's at 21, and as you can see, it ain't on. It's only really coming on during the night. That was on 24 all throughout the winter. Then at the end of August, 1st of September, sorry, I put that down to 20. We went down to 22, then 20. Probably the 1st of August, 1st of October, that'll get put down again. And we'll start gaining class for ambience because I ain't gonna wait fully throughout the winter. I'll just probably set it to 8 degrees just to keep the fish comfortable. Fish are all doing fine. Water's a bit murky at the minute because I've done my filter cleans earlier and cleaned the glass. The fish are all doing alright. There's my growing shell. These are currently being fed on Nutrimare. It's my second bag. I think everybody knows about Nutrimare now, and there's loads of videos out there documenting it. Top notch customer service from Dan. You can get him on Facebook. You order it and it will be sent out to your doorstep within 48 hours. These are still ravenous. The auto feeder, only doing 5 feeds a day on that, when they probably have 3 hand feeds. As you can see, I'm just constantly looking for food. That's all they'll do all day. I'm looking forward to getting some of the smaller fish out, like my Itsuri, my Shiro, my Kindai shower over there. So it was all quite small fish when I first brought them in. And I think it's quite obvious how much they've grown. My Sankey off Tony Barker, that's doing really well. There's my Sankey that I had off Phil from Telford Koi Pond. That's doing really well. It's still alive, Phil. Yeah, they're all doing well. I'll just flick you back around, guys. So yeah, the fish are doing really well. I've lost 2 over the season. When I say lost, I made the decision to cull them rather than them dying on their own. It was back towards the start of the summer, getting a few fish with knocks and marks on them. I asked Dave to come over just to show me how to pull scales again. I think I might have mentioned it in my last video, and it turned out to be a massive outbreak of Costia, which we dealt with. The fish that had knocked themselves from flashing, we treated them. They all healed up except for one, which was my Sakamaki shower. He got treated a couple of times and then he just got a mark somewhere else, so I took the decision to cull it. Some people might think that's a bit extreme, but I don't want to take any chances. And then a couple of weeks ago, my Ginrin Shiro Tsuri from Yamasan, that was, I come out one morning, he'd got a mark on him. I called it. Again, I ain't taking no chances. I almost ended up doing another one, but I had to speak to Dave, Black Country Koi, my big Makashi Ogun. I come out and where the air curtain is over there, he was just lying on his side, flouting across the pond, and then he'd get down, come back up, just flout on his side. And I said to Dave, I said, I don't think he's going to make it through the night. I might get it out and put it out its misery. Wisely, Dave told me to sit on my hands and see how it was in the morning, especially with it being dark and having to mess about netting fish up in the dark. So I sat on my hands and he's about somewhere. Probably can't see him. He's down there swimming fine, eating fine. So yeah, luckily I know what I was going to do, and he's still here to tell the tale. Couple of changes in the filter house. As you can see, big white ball behind me. Let me flip. So, as I've probably told you on other videos, I'm a tight git. and I refused to pay the 17 quid for the koi control app. So I got me a whiteboard, I think it was about 3 quid. I'd already got some dry white markers. I did my water parameters on this side. As you can see, sometimes they're quite regular, then I'll go a couple of weeks without doing it. But what I will do, like there, look, just over 2 weeks, everything was stable, all my readings was, so I left it alone, looked at the fish, and the other day, around about the 16th, 17th, I thought, I'm going to test it, because especially with that Patio, everything's fine. Tiny gnat snacker of chlorine, everything else is alright. This, I was adding sodium bicarbonate. One sec, sorry about the camera work, guys. I had this off Amazon. Big 10 kilo tub. It's food grade. I think that cost me 15 quid, 20 quid, I'm not sure. I'll put it in the comments if anybody's interested. But I put a couple of mugs of that in, and as you can see, it sorted itself out. Between 5 and 6 is where it's normally at, so I'll test it again in a couple of days, and if it's gone any lower than 4.5, I'll just top it back up. This side is, it's like the koi controller. It's just so I know what I've got in the pond, where I had them from, and the size. There's a few, like, as I said while I was there by the pond, the Shiro and the Eid, and also the Becco as well. They have been measured since last year, so I'll probably leave it till the spring before I re-measure them. The line there, that's where one of the fish was that I called. I think the other one was at the bottom. I also had some of these off Scrag. Get over to Scrag 68 if you're interested in any of these. Rather than having to keep getting them out of the boxes. Nice little stands, just for you to keep them in. And I copied Scrag's idea as well. The ones where you have to do calculations to work out the reading. Just printed off some stickers and put them on there. Nice and easy. So yeah, stuff like the whiteboard and stuff, as I told you before, I'm a tight git. I refuse to pay. That Atacazermi in there, that's just what I'm keeping the Nutrimate in. And I've got my big tub down there. It's just easier to take that out to the pond when I want to hand feed them, rather than trying to take handfuls out and end up dropping it, because then the dog ends up getting it. Down, it was on my last video, I'll change that light as well. And you probably see when I was showing you the roof, I'll put my security light up there. So yeah, we can get in there. It's a lot better than it was out here. Just a pity that it's towards the end of the season now. But at least come the start of next season, everything's ready. Barring changing a few panels and painting some. I got a lot left to do, so hopefully next season I can just enjoy the garden and enjoy the fish. I'll give you one last look at the fish. I ain't quite sorry about the glare on the water, guys. I ain't quite brave enough to put my phone on the water like some. It's not in my look. It won't work when I get back out. Check's getting a monster. That's the sorry boy Davy boy once. Yeah, they're all looking alright. Not that I'm actively looking to sell any of the fish, but if anybody's interested in any of them, hit me up and see what we can do. If you remember the wrestling from the 90s, Ted DiBiase, everybody's got a price. It's the same with the fish, eh? I'm looking to sell it now, but if the price is right, we can talk. So I'll probably leave it to that, guys. It was just a quick catch up, just so you can see what I'm up to. You know how prolific I print out videos anyway. I just like to do one every so often. Because there is some people who ask me what I've been up to, how I've been getting on. So this video is for them people that I'm interested. Not everybody's interested, and there's probably some people who've probably skipped this video already. That's your prerogative, eh? It's up to you what you watch. I don't think I've had a massive increase in subscribers since my last video, probably because I put a video out. But if there was any new subscribers after the last video, thanks for subbing and welcome to the channel. Just the last talking point on the garden. I a gardener, I a landscaper, I a bricklayer, as I've said before when I built the pond. Everything I've done a bit of research, I've watched videos and just had a go myself, like the slabbing. I watched some professionals how they done it and I've just done it the same as them. So all the porcelain slabs, it was all laid on a full bed of mortar. I put primer on the back. I've used the proper spacers. I've got the grout in the house ready to do it. I ain't had the weather. But I've brought the grout that people recommend, and I've been watching videos how to do it the best way you can. But I know people think it's just putting a bit of turf down, but I watch videos on that, how to prepare the ground properly to try and give the turf the best chance. So yeah, throughout this whole build I've always said to people, have a go yourself, because there's people out there who I'm willing to just rip people off. And I ain't gonna name names, but you've seen some of the videos doing the rounds. Some people have got no morals and scruples, they'll just take money off you for the sake of it. I ain't never going to be ripped off, because I'd rather have a go myself, even if it looks shit. I'd rather do it myself and it looks shit and it costs money than pay somebody who claims to be a professional and it still looks shit. If it's going to be shit anyway, I might as well do it myself for free. But I ain't going into any of that, because that's another story, and I don't like to get into the politics and bullshit of YouTube. I just like to do my own thing, keep myself to myself, spend time with the family and enjoy the garden and the pond. I'm waffling on now, guys, so I'm going to leave it. Hopefully you made it through to the end of the video. If you have, thanks for watching. If you are, sod off, don't come back. I'm only joking. Thanks to all my old subscribers and thanks to the new ones. I'll see you on the next one, guys. Cheers.